you're starving people, you are not giving them water, you're not allowing them to get food from outside, you're shutting down ATMs. Is this a university or is this some war zone, curfew zone? You're basically, what's the difference between, say, Kashmir and University of Hyderabad, when both the places people are scared to see policemen, people are scared to see RAF?
Appa Rao should not come into this university because he is directly responsible for the death of Rohit Vemula. It is his incompetency that Rohit Vemula has committed suicide, and he does not have any credibility and credentials to be the part of this university as a vice chancellor.
On the basis of that political intervention, Sambit, the entire report is changed. There's a second report which now comes in. And the same students, including Prashant, who had been let off with a strong warning, are expelled, are suspended from the university, suspended from the hostel, suspended from a presence on the campus. Their fellowship money is held back.
That pressure combined with the students' pressure made then VC withdraw the suspension, and then then in December this expulsion from hostels happened, and resulting eventually, of course, in the death of Rohit.
A member of parliament is not the local bully, but that is exactly how Bandatu Dattatreya behaved. Why would you not take responsibility for Rohit killing himself then? Sambit, question is to you. Everyone's watching you now.
The first university that has given a voice to the Dalits and Dalit politics from the student point of view was only University of Hyderabad.
When Rohit death happened, so right away the VC had gone on leave. Okay, if the VC had something to say, if he was not involved in the incident, then and there he wouldn't have gone on leave.
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden, the question is, after 2 months of the death of Rohit Vemula, when everything was normal, life on campus was going fine for all of us, all of a sudden he pops out.
The Vice Chancellor comes back to the campus, which is primarily a very provocative act because he has never said that he really truly regrets what happened. We don't see any remorse or regret in him, so it will inflame passions.
Exams start on the 18th of April, and there's only 1 week to March ending, and there is only 17 days of April. So basically we have around 25 days in our hand before this semester gets over and students get back home. And if he returns at this point, he knows there will be an agitation from some students, but he also knows there will be students who would want to finish off with the semester and not delay the semester or make it a 0 semester. His kurta was torn from one side, he was beaten. After that, even women were taken like that, dragged and pulled and everything. At the end of when people were there were just 10 of us standing. We were at the end, and there were only women standing. 10 of us, and 10 of us were women who were standing at the end of the thing.
Go ahead, it's the weekend, then we will go ahead. How dare you touch me? You Islam students. This is our university. Who the hell are you?
So then they started slapping one girl, slapped her, thrashed her, pulled her by the hair and threw her the same way they did that to me and everybody else, and they literally shoved us out of the gate. Literally threw us out of the gate.
मारना शुरू कर देते हैं। इसमें 2-3 लोग ऐसे पुलिस वाले थे जो लोग जिन लोगों का नेम प्लेट वगैरह कुछ लगा हुआ नहीं था, फाड़ रहे थे, उनको रेप करने की धमकी दे रहे थे। उन्हें ये बोल रहे थे, मेरे साथ 2 लड़कियां थीं जो मुझे बचा रही थी, उनको बोल रहे थे कि अगर तुमने नहीं छोड़ा तो तुमको यहीं पे रेप करेंगे। इस टाइप के शब्द वो बोल रहा था और वो बंदा ड्रेस में नहीं था।
When we are like
forming human chains, grabbing each other, holding hands so that you cannot take us away, तुम हमको ले जा नहीं सकते, found that they were almost like हम अभी लाठी मार के तुम्हारा सर तोड़ देंगे. And I lost consciousness when actually I was treated. I have a muscle strain over here. I can't lift my shoulder above this height.
इंटरनेट, पानी, बिजली, खाना सब कुछ बंद कर दिया गया था. इवन जिसे आप और हम मानते हैं कि डेमोक्रेसी का चौथा खंभा है, मीडिया, उस मीडिया के साथ बहुत ही बुरा बर्ताव किया गया. मीडिया को धक्के देकर बाहर निकाल दिया गया, मेन गेट जाम कर दिया गया.
And we have been cordoned off, we've been walled off, we personally feel that we live in some kind of Auschwitz right now.
Our basic needs were denied by the university administration, and we tried to cook ourselves for ourselves. One of the students got brutally beaten up, and he got hits on the bottom of the stomach, and he was there in the ICU for 2 days.
In the bus only. In the bus. They are putting your fingers on the on the steps. Curve will be there. Yeah. They are putting my fingers, 10 fingers on the curves, and they are jumping on my fingers. Oh my gosh.
The mess workers went on strike saying that they are protesting against the brutality that we have shown them. There was no Wi-Fi, there was no internet because we were not allowed to contact the outside world. The reason they gave was we use the internet for unsocial reasons.
A lot of people did not accept the kind of vandalism that was done, irrespective of which party did it. And
even we don't accept.
So what I would like to say here is that there is a point that comes up which is like a sort of a slump in a movement. A very big slump, or you need someone or something to raise the movement or raise the protest. I do not know if I would be termed, I do not know what I'd be termed if I say this, but I felt that vandalist, whatever the act was done, was the tipping point of the next movement that happened. Okay, and I do not know how many will agree with me or not. Whether the thing was right or wrong, I do not know. The question of right and wrong is too big. The question is, did we want a movement to be created if the VC came? Yes. Did we want the movement to reach the scale it did? Yes, because people were protesting right in front of his house. Would it have happened had the destruction not taken place? I do not know.
Somehow I'm very reminded of the Israel-Palestine conflict in this, where the Israelis keep provoking them daily, and finally the Palestinians throw a few stones, and then the Israeli army all the media says Israel retaliates, as though Israel is not actually the instigator of the violence. The same language, the same framework is being used, and that's what we don't accept.
If you look at this arrest, this list of the people who have been mentioned in the list of absconding and those who are mentioned in the list of arrest belongs to the minority, mostly Muslims, Dalits, and other OBC categories, including tribals. Why? Because they are the groups who have become the soft target of the present regime, who are becoming the soft targets of RSS and the like-minded people. Narendra Modi government is anti-minority, it is anti-Dalit, it is anti-student. Till now this country has not produced such an anti-student government as Modi government is. So definitely those students, progressive students who want this country to be a democratic nation, who want this country to be a secular nation, who want this country to be that country which they are studying, they envision to be this country they are. They don't want to identify themselves as Muslims, Hindus, Christians, and to play this role of antagonism towards each other.
I have observed that BJP seems to have two governing principles: never admit you're wrong, never back down. At least that's been the trend so far.
The VC said this. He had given an interview to one of the digital news agencies, and he said that the students have lost their sense of balance, apparently. And if you think that the youth here has lost their sense of balance, then treat us with care and help us restore that sense of balance. Do not oppress us like this.
At the end of the day, it's the life of the students that matters. If the students are not happy with a certain person, then it is the responsibility of the government, its duty, to look into the problems and try to solve it. So now the only certainty is that the future is uncertain. That is very certain.
It's depressing. Like it's always a battle between your personal freedom and how much you have to contribute to the society, and it's always a battle. Like it's a little depressing, but I still believe there's a lot more to be done and a lot more to be achieved.